Hey guys, so we're actually not going to be needing this today, but instead we're going to be using this. Yay! So today I'm going to be participating in a monthly collab, and before I explain what that is, I wanted to introduce everyone else who is participating in this collaboration. So contestant number 1 is Nariah Creates. The second contestant is Allie Scribbles. The third contestant is Artsy Sk8r. And last but not least, contestant number 4, Faye Nix. So that's everyone participating in this collaboration. They're all amazing artists, and they're all super duper nice. So go subscribe to them, and I'll leave their channel and their video link down below. So basically, a monthly collaboration is where a group of people collaborate with each other. So, for example, this monthly collaboration is between Nariah, Allie, Maya, Faye, and me, and we're going to collaborate like each month, and each month a different person chooses a prompt or a theme, and everyone else, including the person who chose the prompt, makes a drawing and a video related to that prompt. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. So this month's prompt is patterns, and it's chosen by moi. So because it's patterns, I decided to do a striped pattern. So the girl that I'm drawing is gonna have like a striped sweatshirt, and I chose stripes because stripes are super duper simple, and you know, you can't really mess up stripes. So that's why I decided to do stripes, since if I did anything more complicated like flowers or circles or something, I would have definitely messed it up. So that's why I chose something simple like stripes. I also wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be posting every Saturday at 11 a.m. EST, and I just wanted to mention this real quick, so then, you guys wouldn't be like, oh my god, why is she posting on a Saturday? I already did post a video about this, I think. I'm not sure, but I think I did post a video about this. But in case you didn't watch that, I just wanted to update you guys here. I also wanted to mention that I'm going to be, in case you were like, oh my god, she didn't post shorts for Mermaid this entire week. And that's because I'm going to do, like, each week, I'm going to post a video where I'm just show you all the drawings I made in this week, including my mermaid drawings. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to be so much easier for me, because I don't have to continuously edit a video and post and film, edit, and everything each day. So that's why I decided to do this, since it would be so much easier for me. So yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with it. I wanted to name it like Weekly Lemons or something, because like lemons are round, and it's like roundup, weekly roundup, or something like that. I don't know. If you guys have any name ideas of what I can call that, tell me in the comments below, because I would love your suggestions. So yeah, let's talk about the drawing. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, I was doing a girl like who's wearing like a striped sweatshirt, and I mean that's pretty much about the drawing. This girl's also gonna be like sitting down, because I just like the sitting down pose, and it's always been sort of simple for me. So I decided, like, why not do that? I mean, I can do it, and it's easy for me. So why don't we do a more interesting pose than a girl standing with her hands on her hip? I just, like, the entire time I was making this drawing, I was practically working on the face. Like, the pose and the outfit and everything, I finished really quickly, but it was just the face that gave me the most trouble, and I didn't know what to do for the face. Like, I had a basic idea, but I just kept messing up, and I think the reason was because I made the sweatshirt and her body and the pose and everything a little bit more realistic, sort of realistic at least. And then the face, it's just in this cartoony style, and it just doesn't match. So I decided to just do something super simple for her face, and I did like her wearing a mask and her eyes closed. And my friend actually gave me the idea to make her wearing a mask, and Maya, who's also known as Artsy Sk8r, she gave me the idea to draw her with her eyes closed. And here I'm just doing some random shading. I did just colored it and stuff just to see where I would place my colors and how I would shade it, but that isn't the final coloring, so don't worry. That's why I cut it out. Here I'm doing the hair. In case you paid attention before, you would have seen that I was drawing her in a ponytail a lot, but then I realized I didn't like that hairstyle, so I drew her with her hair out because I thought that would make a little bit more sense. It would just look better overall. So now I'm just erasing a couple things, and I'm just redrawing the mask, so it looks more like a mask and not just like she has no face. Yeah, so that's the mask. And then now I'm doing the line art. And then for the line art, I wanted to do I wanted to have the drawing to have like this soft vibe overall. So that's why I decided it would be really cool to just do like a darker version of the color I was gonna use. So then like it would just give the soft look. So for the top half, like the first fourth, like does that make sense? I don't know how to describe it, but like for each of the stripes, I was doing a different color, so I did a darker version of that color. And in case you were wondering, I got all these colors from a color palette, the generator thing. So Canva actually has a color palette generator, so I was just basically using that to generate my color, generate the color palette. And like I said, I wanted that soft look overall, so I was just finding color palettes that had a soft look and would just fit with the overall vibe of this drawing. And I made the girl wearing socks and shoes, and I wanted to actually draw her socks because I thought that would be really cute, and I actually do really like how that turned out. Also, I feel like these are the best hands I've ever drawn. I was just randomly sketching something, to tell the truth. And I wasn't even planning on doing my piece digitally in the first place. So I was just sketching what my drawing was going to look like randomly for fun before I actually filmed it traditionally. And then I loved that sketch. So I decided to just start filming the rest of it so then I could do my sketch digitally instead. And now I'm coloring it. So like I said, I'm just using the colors from that Canva color palette thingamajiggy. So it's like these pastel pinks, blues, greens, yellows, stuff like that. The only colors that I didn't get from the color palette generator was the skin color and the blush color, which I had previously used on Ibis Paint. So I just kind of saved that color in the little color library feature that Ibis Paint has. And in case you're wondering what apps I'm using, for most of the drawing I used Ibis Paint, and then for the sketch at the beginning I was using Autodesk Sketchbook. And the reason I changed to Ibis Paint is because it has a bit more, it has just better features when it comes to stuff like the liquify tool, the mesh transform tool, stuff like that, whereas I don't think Autodesk Sketchbook has those. So yeah, I've just continuously been switching between these for most of my digital art ever since I started using Ibis Paint, because I love the features that Ibis Paint has, but I just love the brushes and the color palette, the colors that Sketchbook has. So yeah, I've just been switching through those. So now I'm working on her mask. I wanted her mask to have the warm gray color, which I've been doing for the warm gray is this accent color. So that's for the pockets, the sleeves, the end of the sleeves, and for the mask, just so it kind of brings everything together. Now I'm doing her skin. I don't know, there's not really much to talk about for her skin because it's just skin. I do want to mention that I've been actually doing more darker skin tones. I did mention in a video once that I am really, really bad at dark skin tones. So I always like to stick to lighter skin tones because dark skin tones are just not my thing. I cannot do dark skin tones whatsoever. I've been trying, but it just never turns out good. And I actually once, did this, create the character slide thing when you could create your own OC based on you thing. I made one and I followed it, and I had to do a dark skin tone, so that was definitely a challenge, but I did actually like how it turned out. And I'll post a picture of what that looks like on the screen, and yeah. And then my marker that I usually use for skin tones, which is the lightest skin tone marker I have, it dried up. So now I'm doing more darker skin tones because I have no choice. And I think I've definitely been improving, so that's really cool. And now the hair. I hate the hair. Yeah, I know, I was like, oh my god, I love how the hair turned out a couple minutes ago, but now I just didn't like it after I colored it, and the reason is I made the line art too light. So like right now you can tell, oh, this is the hair, that's that, but once I do the shading, you really can't tell what's the line art and what's not, like what's the coloring, so that was really annoying. For the shading, I did like cell shading for the sweater, like sweatshirt, and then everywhere else I did more like smooth shading. So for smooth shading, I just go with a tool that has like low opacity, and I just go over with that. For skin, I always do pink because I just like how it looks, and then for the hair, I just do a darker color of the hair, so a darker brown in this case. And I thought maybe I could blend out the shading I did on the sweatshirt, but I just didn't like how that looked, so I gave up. Now for the blush, I just, blend that out, and yeah. Now you can tell that you can't really tell what the line art is and what the hair, like the actual hair is, which is kind of annoying. Then for highlights, I just used a thick white brush, and I made it like super soft, like a solid white. And I just like how that looks, like the strong white highlights. It looks really cool in my opinion whenever I'm doing digital art. So yeah, I always like adding highlights. Yeah, here's the finished piece. I added a background, my signature, and fixed up a couple things off screen. Go subscribe to everyone who's participating in this collab. They're all amazing, amazing artists. And yeah, bye!